My name is Lakia, and this is my story. I grew up in Washington, D.C., coming from a two-parent household with my mom and my dad. I have one sibling, an older brother. I grew up in church. I sung in choirs, I danced. Also, just growing up, I had also, big challenges of being indifferent and fitting in, knowing that you are different and just knowing that I don't have to change to be, to fit in with society. It took a while for me to just understand that I was different. So life was great. Just up until 2013, me and my family, we were held at gunpoint. My husband stepping out just to go to the store, just doing the normal thing. And we was invaded by 3 masked men, and it was my kids and my niece with me. And literally life flashed before my eyes because I didn't know whether I was gonna make it. And I was hurt because I couldn't understand why anybody would want to do something like this to me and my family. At that point, I think it was the worst because my husband actually walked in on the robbery. So he's watching us, being held at gunpoint, and it was really nothing he can do at that point. And I remember him running out of the door to get them away from me and the kids. And shortly, we had ended up getting evicted wrongfully, unfortunately. And we then found out very quickly that, family and friends, when you're down and when you're going through stuff, this is who you realize who is for you and who is not for you. But you know what? We didn't give up. We didn't give in. Yes, we cried. Yes, I had a newborn daughter at the time, and we were just trying to, find a way to get comfortable and to get our lives put back together. So I ended up, having to stay in a hotel under the program for housing, and we stayed there for 9 months. And of course, nothing is ever easy when you're going through transition like that. And the key word is just making sure that you stay prayed up and that you stay in full meditation, because these are the times where God, I believe, talks to you the most, when you're going through and where you have to rely on him and you can't rely on anybody else. So I quickly learned that, I had to set my feelings aside, and I had to ask God, well, what is it that you want for me and my family? Why are we going through this? Is there a reason? Is it a purpose? And of course, I found out that it is purpose. From those experiences, I started to understand where I was and where I was going, even though I lost everything, but it was for a purpose. In early 2017, this year, I've launched a women's group, and it's called I Am a Woman of God. And I started from Facebook, just by posting inspirational messages every day, because I wanted women to understand that you can share your story. It doesn't matter who's judging me at this point, because it was about helping someone else. And I didn't want to be selfish with what God has given me and the gifts and the abilities that he's granted me. And I've been running ever since, the book, doing speaking engagements, talking to young women and talking to the youth and talking to single women and married women. Because even though I am married, I want people to understand that when you're married, it doesn't get easy, but it is a challenge and it's work. And it doesn't mean because you and your husband goes through something that you have to get a divorce. Just pursue your dreams. Do whatever it is that you feel on your heart that God has led you to do. And sometimes it takes separation to be able to do that, because sometimes when you have a lot of people around you, you really can't hear from God like you want to hear from God. So sometimes it does take a period of separation, and it doesn't mean just, you know, being mean and things like that. It just means that you're trying to find and search and get the answers that you need to get.